So here I am, as promised, we're here seeing the war room or the wine room, and I'm sitting with Eric, and he's going to introduce us to his wine here. So, Eric, what do you got for us? Tell us about the brand and everything.
So this is Vitagliano Vineyards.
So let me get this straight. This is Vitagliano Vineyards.
Yes.
And you're sitting there in a Cougar Winery shirt.
I know. So long story short, I'm a man of many talents.
I like
right?
that.
We've got a wine on the table from one of probably the more established vineyards and wineries, better known for their weddings. They do beautiful weddings. But on a day-to-day basis, you'll find me down at Cougar Vineyard and Winery and some other places that I have a tendency to hang out a little too much. But you know, that makes it fun, right?
That's it, mate. The more you're involved in it, the more you're part of it. You know, all the soils, all the different wines, and yeah, good on you for it. So you talked a lot about Tempranillo down there. You talked about Syrah, and you're pouring us the Cab Sauv.
So what better way than to pour a French wine in the United States?
Absolutely.
Right?
Oui, indeed.
Yeah. And I have a little bit of German in my blood, so why not be a total oxymoron, right?
That's it.
Exactly.
I don't think it's more ironic than that.
But you know what? I'm not going to let you fall short. I'm not going to take a wine and pour you something that's not going to hold its own. So since I love Tempranillo, and since you love Syrahs, what better way than to pour a cab that gives you a punch in the face?
Absolutely.
Right?
No one knows a punch in the face like I do. Oh, dear God.
So this is Cabernet Sauvignon, growing on the estate at the property, and we're actually pushing out some really nice vintages. And you know what's interesting is if you look at the label, it doesn't really explain much about the wine because it has a lot to do with their heritage. It's an Italian family, which is kind of funny to come here and start making wine in the United States. But what they wanted to do is they wanted to make good wine. And so what better way than to make an award-winning cab. And last year, this got bottled. It's actually about a year in the bottle right now as we sit here. And it tied for a silver medal. And for some of the biggest wineries here in Temecula, that's something to be said because that means we're holding up with those big contenders. And we're still giving them a good game.
Absolutely, mate. You should be really proud of yourself. I haven't tasted this yet, but I've heard a lot about it. That's one of the reasons I wanted to seek out this winery first. There's a lot of talk about the wines and the awards they won, and you know, upcoming young gun winemaker is really keen to make this region and get it out there. So I'm really excited.
So right off the bat, you're going to notice there's some deep, rich color, right? And that's definitely known for some really good Rhone varietals and some really great Bordeaux varietals. But I think all in all, I think it doesn't matter where the source comes from, the vine or from the wine itself, is that if this is one precursor to knowing that there's a very good wine to be coming, because there's rich, deep color coming there, and we haven't even started to sniff, smell, or even savor the wine.
I'm already getting that aroma. It's actually, that wind's blowing right over here. It's doing all right for itself, I must say.
But what's really in particular about this wine and where it's growing is on the property. It's growing underneath some eucalyptus trees. And I'm sure you're pretty familiar with those, right?
I was just going to say, it's very similar, I reckon, to the Hunter Valley. Real hot, dry, cools down in the evening. You got a bit of eucalyptus down there. So I might be a bit biased towards the Hunter Valley. I'm familiar with it in certain ways. But I'd say if I've been to wineries in California, I reckon this would be very similar to that. Maybe a bit closer to the ocean here, but in saying that, there's a lot of similarities, so I can see where you're coming from.
So up underneath those eucalyptus trees, those leaves are falling off, right? And we know that the eucalyptus is one of 3, possibly 4 plants in the world that when those leaves, the sap, and any of those oils hit the ground and they go into the root bed, they're actually picked up by the grapevine. And in this plant, and this grape, and this wine truly shows that and definitely encompasses that in the total bouquet. There's that little bit of mintiness, kind of a slight tangy sweetness because of having that eucalyptus there, but at the same time it balances out with the tannins and makes this wine beautiful for aging, beautiful for now, like we are here today, but at the same time one to pair with a meal that has so many different complex flavors that doesn't make it just any Cabernet to sit there on the shelf for you to pick up and wonder why I should buy this wine.
No, I agree. I haven't tasted this yet, but just the things you've described on the nose, I got those So I'm kind of excited to try that out and see how we go. So expecting big things here, son. So let's have a look here. On the nose, everything you described, you get that eucalyptus. I'd say a bit of bell pepper and green pepper in there too.
Yep, a little bit of mercaptans in there, but definitely balances out behind everything else.
Yeah, well, it's not overwhelming. They're all just a little balanced across there. And let's see what else I get in there. I'll shut up and drink.
Cheers.
So I'm getting a bit of chocolate too. A bit of chocolate and black cherries. I'm getting very nice tannins. They're not over the top. They're really well balanced. So it's really nice dusty tannins. I like that. Yeah, definitely got the eucalyptus in there, but it's not. I think it's more on the nose than the actual palate. But it's coming in. It's just a nice little blend of mintiness and it's starting to settle down there now too. So it makes it really nice. I'd say this guy, maybe I'm getting a bit homesick or something, but it does remind me a bit of a Hunter Valley Day. I think a bit of tear in the eye. But so, I'll shut up now. I'm going to give a scale of 1 to 10. I'll score it on, and then Luke's scale of 2 thumbs up. So no thumbs up means sorry, mate, you just didn't make the mark. 1 thumb up means you're getting there, and then 1.5 is, oh, you're so close, and then 2 thumbs up is fucking awesome, mate. So if we were to have done this yesterday, it would have definitely been about a 1.5 up, because like I said, it's a bit closed, but you know, that's fair enough. But now that we've waited a few hours, it's open up, so mate.
Thanks to the crappy cameraman.
That's it, 2 fucking thumbs up for you and our cameraman. Can have a drink once it's all over. Actually, seriously though, I give this a 10. I give it 2 thumbs up. And reason being, because you notice a lot of characters. We've talked about the barrels and the soils, and he's really put a bit of effort in there to make an artistic one. It wasn't just something thrown together. It was thought out pre-harvest. They pruned to get these flavors in. They picked the right barrels. The amount of time they kept in the barrels and switching from barrels to keep the flavors. It's all worked out well. Switched to their favor. So I just want to say well done. I really appreciate your hard work, and I think other people, when they try this, if you really enjoy a good one, and it's a complex one, but for a novice drinker, I think you'll still enjoy it. Got a lot of flavor in there, especially once you let it open up, and it's got a good aroma. So I'd recommend this for anyone, either the novice or high roller. Get in there, have a crack. So where would they find this? Tell us. Go ahead and let them know where they find it.
Rancho California Road is kind of the main road that runs right through our valley. Kind of leads to about 90% of the wineries. But you're going to find this off of a little side street, kind of an alleyway per se, and Glen Oaks Road. And they do weddings, and the tastings are by appointment mostly. But
so if they call there, you'll give them a tasting.
Yeah, you got to set it up ahead of time.
And you'll be the man pouring the wine.
And I would be the man pouring the wine.
So if you'd like to meet this magnificent man, ladies, you give him a ring and he'll give you your own personal taste.
I aim to please.
And his wife will rip your eyes out. But that's all right. This should have taken us 40 minutes to film. It's taken us 4.5 hours because our cameraman started getting into the wines and forgot to reload the batteries. So.